Thank you, Madam President. Medical debt should not exist. Madam President, think of this. A situation in which you find yourself with a pain somewhere in your stomach and you go to the emergency room. You get treated, you wake up after having been operated on, and then a couple of weeks later receive a bill for $200,000. Now, this is not something that is a fantasy. This is a type of situation that happens to many people around the country and certainly here in the state of New York. Medical debt should not exist, yet it does. There are bills that are under consideration that would take care of that, but that's a conversation for another day. For today, however, the bill that's before us, and that I will proudly support, Madam President, is a product of the work of many folks who understand that we can do something about medical debt in this state. Particularly the folks at the Community Service Society, I will recognize it has been a lot of the data that they've been able to gather that tells us that 8% of New Yorkers have delinquent medical debt that appears on their credit records. The fact is that even some of my colleagues who unfortunately voted in the negative today, the problem is actually most pervasive upstate. The fact is that medical debt is strongly related to housing instability. There's so much that can happen, and so this bill would actually make it so that, unlike the current condition, if there is a particular debt that you have, you can actually have that hospital or that medical institution actually place a lien on your home or garnish your wages. The idea that this is something that currently happens is unfathomable, and even during the pandemic, Madam President, just in the year of the pandemic, about 4,000 New Yorkers were sued by hospitals for their medical debt. So, bottom line, this is something that should not exist, but because it does, it requires us to take legislative action. There are other pieces of legislation that hopefully we will get passed before the end of the year, but I'm certainly proud to pass this bill today, vote in the affirmative of it, vote in the affirmative, because we cannot have a system in which your home or your wages are losing those could be the result of just getting sick. We need to make sure that we erase that. Today we start to do that. I'll vote in the affirmative, Madam President. Thank you.